suppose that a lot of our traditions coincide, but of course we have some differences, and I just want to share with you some of our Ukrainian ones. So Eleanor, I want you to show us another slide. Okay, so Christmas is considered to be the time of wonders, is the time when our Savior was born, and shepherds came to his place, and everybody knows that there was no place in the hotels for his mom to give the birth to this great child. Yeah, and she gave the birth to him in the barn, where were a lot of animals, and shepherds came to greet the boy. So in Ukraine, it's such a tradition to gather at the festive dinner, or at the festive, it's the first together at the table when we have, Eleanor, I want you to show another slide, when the first star appeared in the sky. So with the appearance of the first star, the family gathers at the festive table and begin to treat to different dishes. And please, another slide. One of the most important dish on the festive table is kutya. And according to the Asian traditions, it is advisable to serve kutya in a clay pot, because our forebears thought that clay pot was just, and of course is the best, and kutya is tastier while eaten from the clay pot. And what is kutya? It is boiled wheat, which is mixed with raisins, poppy, with sugar, honey, and in fact, it's very tasty. It's such a tradition that the eldest person in the family, it should be the man, he should be the first who is treated to kutyaya, and it's such a tradition to have to eat 3 full spoons of kutya for everybody. And it's also necessary to have a candle on the table, because candle is considered to be such a way which always reminds us of our late relatives or the members of our family who passed away. And so the head of the family leads the So our Ukrainian families, the hosts of the family, we always leave some food on the table, so we don't clean the table. We wash, of course, the plates, but we leave kutya and some dishes on the table, and people say that our late relatives and late family members, they come at night and they treat themselves to the food which is on the table. So it's a kind of a way when we commemorate, when we honor our late forebears. And Eleanor, I would like you to show another slide here. You can see our traditional festive Holy Supper. As a rule, it's advisable to have 12 dishes. You know that now we have a period of Lent, so we don't eat meat, we don't eat eggs, neither dairy products. We can just eat fish, vegetables, but without any lard, which is very popular in Ukraine. And rather popular dishes are also Ukrainian cabbage rolls, which are also without meat, with buckwheat. They are very tasty. We eat vareniki with different fillings, and pampushki. They are like small fried pies, yeah, with potato or with cabbage. So 12 traditional dishes. People don't know for sure, but I have read a lot of reference books where the theory is explained why 12. And people who believe in God, they suppose that number 12 corresponds to the number of Jesus students. But the people, historians, believe that this number, they are just connected with the number of months in a year. Personally, I believe that it really coincides with the number of Jesus students, because there were 12 of them, and that's why people have 12 dishes on the festive table. And as for the beverage, we drink uzvar. Uzvar, it's a very tasty stewed fruit, which is made of dried apples, dried pears, and dried plum. So they are boiled and just together with some sugar, and it's of dark color, and it's really tasty. And as a rule, it is this beverage is popular throughout the year, but at Christmas it is considered to be the integral part of the festive dinner. Okay, and you know that we have such a kind of a tradition when children visit their godparents after Holy Supper. They take kutya and a plate with kutya and some presents, and they go to their godparents, and godparents in return treat them with some sweets and with some presents as well. And Eleanor, I would like you to show another slide. Yeah, people who, like my father, he is fond of keeping animals, and he is fond of gardening a lot. And at Christmas, on Christmas Day, he always brings a sheep of wheat. It is called in Ukrainian diduch. And he puts this sheep of wheat under the table. And if there are children in the family, they should not jump, but they should play with this wheat, and they should make the sounds of the animals, which the host of the family wants to have on his farm, you know. And for example, when Dana was small, she also made a lot of sounds, and then Granny gave her money. But now she is not small, and she does not want to do it. She does not want to do this funny tradition, and she does not want money, and she does not want to, for example, to cluck or to produce any other sounds. But this diduch is like a symbol of prosperity. I mean, for agriculture, for nice crops, for nice harvest, and for cattle. You know, and it's really an old tradition, and I remember this tradition even from my own childhood. My granddad was the person who brought it, and there were a lot of children in my family, and we made a lot of sounds, and we made much money on this day. Yeah. Eleanor, I would like you to show another slide. Yeah, on the 7th of January, after Holy Supper, our Ukrainian men and women as well, they go from house to house and they sing carols. As a rule, they have big, not big, but it's better to say they have huge scarves on their shoulders. They are our traditional scarves. They are rather colorful, and they have flowers, prints of flowers on them, and they can be white, gray, green, so red. All colors are accepted, and they are really great. And this crowd of people who are singing carols, they usually have this star with the vision, as you see in it. As I'm a teacher of the Sunday school, and I have also told my pupils, why do people have this star? Because it was they try just to symbolize the star with the shepherd's hat when they came to visit and to see the birth of Jesus Christ for the first time. That's why people think they just want to show everybody that the Christ was born, yeah, and we have joy in our houses. We want to share our joy, and we want to engage more people in keeping this tradition. Okay, Leonor, please, another slide. And you know that this tradition is very popular among with the young children and pupils of my Sunday school. We also have a teacher who is a teacher of singing, and they just learn a lot of amazing carols, and they go from house to house, they gather money, and due to this money, we can buy something for our church. The last year, this money was added to it was necessary for our priest to repair the heating system in our church, and the money which we raised, it was added to make some contribution, yeah, in the repairing of our heating system of our church. So it's great. It's a great joy for children because it really unites, you know, and people. Ukrainian people are rather hospitable. They don't just give money, but they also invite children and people who are singing carols to the house, yeah, and they treat them to some sweets, to some tasty dishes, because it's the end of the Lent, so we don't have any restrictions. We must not avoid eating some kind of food. Everything is allowed, and everybody is happy. Okay, and I suppose that it was the last. Am I right, Eleanor?
Yes, yes.
Yeah. Great traditions, but unfortunately, you know, we are not sure if we are going to have carols, if we are going to hear them, because lack of electricity, lack of heat